I think it's interesting the kind of people Jesus calls to be his disciples. I forget the disciples were a bunch of fishermen and tax collectors and no goods.
Take Matthew, for instance. He was the lowest of the low in society. Israel was under Roman rule, and the Romans would pick citizens from the nations that they conquered to be tax collectors for Rome. And Matthew, he was good at what he did. He had a booth. That means people came to him to give him money. Here's the thing about Jesus. He was a rabbi. Rabbis were to the Jews what the Ivy League is to us. Jesus calls fishermen people who flunked out of the first round of Hebrew school. That's like Yale or Columbia accepting somebody who didn't make it past the 3rd grade. Here's how it happened in the Bible. As Jesus passed from there, he saw a man called Matthew sitting at a tax booth, and he said to him, "Follow me," and he rose and followed him. And as Jesus reclined at the table in the house, behold, many tax collectors and sinners came and were reclining with Jesus and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw this, they said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" But when he heard it, he said, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick, go and learn what this means. I desire mercy and not sacrifice, for I came not to call the righteous, but sinners." Jesus calls each and every one of us. He calls us to follow him because he truly thinks that we can become like him. He thinks that we are good enough, and something amazing happens when you decide to follow this teacher who thinks that you'll be like him.
When Matthew decided to follow Jesus, the very next thing he did was get all of his sinner, tax collector, no goods friends together at his house where Jesus was. When you decide to follow Jesus, you throw a party with your life. Jesus thinks we're good enough. How can you not share it with everyone you meet? You are a walking party.